Here.
1 second, Rick.
All right, everybody. We are back. I think it's like episode 28 now. I'm Jerry with BigJ's Knives.
How you guys doing? Kevin, Boston Blade Reviews. And we got Randy on here.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing this evening?
Oh yeah, we thought we needed to get Randy back on here because he's a huge supporter of myself and Kevin. Kevin, I think he's done a lot for me and you alone, not just personally, but also with our show that we kind of threw together with your idea, Kevin. So
big time.
Oh yeah,
absolutely, 100%.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that we've been blessed to give away started kind of with Randy, Georgia Adventure / EDC Leatherworks. By the way, since he's on here tonight, we put his Etsy channel on the banner there. So if you're looking for any type of leather goods, handkerchiefs, they call them EDC kerchiefs, which your wife is highly involved with those. Oh yeah, let's all hold them up. So I took mine off so it'd be ready to show tonight.
You know what the best thing about me doing leather is? If I mess up, I get to keep it for myself.
Yeah,
I do.
Yep. So what I want to do before we go into this, I got to thank all the supporters, yourself, Randy, of course, for supporting the channel. We got North Star Knife Reviews, Jersey Knife Guy, Jesse McJames, Turbo Dog. Who am I missing here? Yeah, who else?
Fix It to Blades too.
Yeah, but
Stephen Worth's in here. Sean's back from Watch City Knives.
Yeah,
Sean, man,
he is.
It's great to see you.
Yes, it is.
Welcome back, Sean. I hope you're doing well, man. It's great to see you in here.
We were getting a little. I was getting a little. So I'm like, what happened? You know?
Yeah, I told him.
We are. I guess you kind of miss that person. It's like, are they okay?
Yeah, I kept sending some emails, and then when you donated the giveaway last week, I shot him an email, but then he commented on one of my videos, so I was like, hey, by the way, you got a package coming, and he was very appreciative of that. I do know that. He was looking forward for tonight's show. So I just want to real quickly, I'll go over what we're going to give away. One package is going to be a slip from J.O. with some J.O. swag, one of these killer aluminum handled knives, and then a Georgia Adventure decal. And then in the other package, we got North Star Knife Reviews made these killer ferro rods. Then Turbo Dog Jesse James donated this swag and this pin. It's a Victorinox pin. And then, of course, a North Star decal. And then our old buddy Pete, Jersey Knife Guy, he sent me a few knives. So to scrape that ferro rod, you're going to get a new knife with a sheath. So that's going to be those two packages. But we got to talk about our long-term giveaway real quick, Randy. Anyone who puts Kaiser in the live chat, so go ahead. If you're on here now, type in the word Kaiser. You get a raffle ticket for the Kaiser Roach. And I've already did the raffle tickets from last week. I don't have an exact count, but I've got everyone's name down who we got to pull raffle tickets for. But here, you're going to win this. This was donated by Jesse McJames.
That's nice.
Yep. So a lot of stuff. I mean, we're blessed because, I'm spending 5 minutes a show just thanking everybody because everyone's been blessing us so much. It's unbelievable. So, Randy, what have you been up to, man? I know you've been making a lot of leather items and hot over there.
Been making, I've been making a lot of these. And this is one I screwed up on, so I get to keep it. But a lot of these, and I just call it a Saudi, not a Saudi, but a trapper sheath, and it fits. It'll fit a trapper, and it'll fit a 75 too. So go either way with it. Yeah. So, of course, doing these, I put two of these on my Etsy shop. I don't keep them long. Little pocket organizer. Then, of course, everybody knows about the coffin sheaths, and that's a small one, but I make a bunch of those, and then the normal. I don't have one, but a normal slip, like a Richter slip. I make those, and I got a Richter slip I use also. But make those, make the notebooks. I've sold a couple notebooks this week, and then I got that one for that lady also.
Speaking of notebooks.
Yeah, I've been selling a lot of those here lately, but I got another YouTube channel, Pen and Journal. For some reason, I don't hardly ever put videos. I don't put as many videos on there as I do on this one. I've been getting people I'm like, man, what's up with that?
Yeah.
So, but I've
Thank
got
you,
this
Mike.
one. This is Randy WSG. He's getting into the leather making. So
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so he's coming along. He's coming along, and that's the only way you're ever going to get good at it is to do it. You know, you gotta do it. You know, and you're gonna mess them up. Most people wouldn't know, but if you look at the stamping on the front, it didn't turn out good. So I said, well, I'm not going to sell that one. So I just kept it, which is nice. You know, I get to keep it or give it away. So, but the leather shop, I'm going to go full time. Probably, I'm gonna finish work contracting probably January of next year. I'll probably hang it up and then not drive to Atlanta anymore and all that stuff, because that about sucks the life out of you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do the leather full time where I can go out and, you know.
So you're talking about, next year, January, you're talking about just doing leather full time.
Just doing leather full time. Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
You know, because I get a pension from the power company, and then I'll go ahead and get on my Social Security, which, I hate to even say that word, but it'll be early, but it's still pretty good, then I'm going to get my dividends. So I'll be fine than what I make with my leather stuff, so I've already had the 1099 my shop. So,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's excellent, Randy.
Yeah.
So I know I was raising me and Turbo Dog, aka Jesse McJames, was in the post office yesterday, and I actually had your notebook because I keep my stamps and I keep my return inside of this. And I actually ran out of the paper that it came with, so Sarah picked up a bunch of these tablets, and I threw one of them in there. And Jesse had probably 50 pounds of axe heads he was shipping, and we was raising hell at the post office. Yeah, it was a good time, man. I had to, I'm real particular about shipping stuff.
Yeah.
And the guy who I bought this, I bought a Cody Scout, a GEC Cody Scout.
Oh,
he's like, hey, the best thing for me is a postal money order. I really trust him. I was like, hey, that's not a problem. So I get that postal money order, and I put it inside a Ziploc bag. And then I asked the lady, they know us. And she's like, do you think we're going to take your package and dunk it in water? Hey, man, I just know in our world, shipping is everything.
Yeah.
And I know when you and your wife ship something, Randy, it's awesome. Unbelievable how it comes.
Well, she does. She goes the extra, you know how guys are. We're like, I'm going to put it in this envelope, seal it up and mail it off, because we're, we put them in these, and then we stick this in there. And then we got some bigger ones for the bigger. I shipped a big A5 notebook, a regular size journal one day. I don't remember this week, but, and a lot of the size you got, that size you got's popular. It's called the Traveler's Notebook, and that is the one I sell a lot, or the ones like I carry. It's got the little flaps. You just stick the notebook in. I carry mine in my back pocket every day, man. It's it's hard to get used to not having it.
Yeah, and that's what I had mine in.
The one you made for me, Randy, I have it with me every day in the truck. That's what I use. That's what I use for writing everything down.
Good.
It's great. It's great. I highly and people, if I highly recommend it. Yeah. You just showed one, didn't you? Yeah, you just showed one. I highly recommend you guys getting one of them because they're excellent. Excellent to carry with you.
And you can get a variety. This is log and jotters, and I'll ship them with one of them, or Moleskine like these. They're good. They're great. You can get them on Amazon or the Field Notes brand. Just there's a lot of them out there you can get. So you can take your pick. Once that and where gets full, you can get one, stick them in there, and go to town. I got a lady that she has 4. A friend of mine, I made her a pink one. I'm like, you want a pink one? Which I got some pink dye, so I had to keep the pink dye for her or my granddaughter. My granddaughter loves pink, so I made her a little one. But yeah, leather work's fun. It kind of, with me, it's kind of like It just lets your creative juices flow. Plus, it kind of, like just gives you something to kind of take some stress off. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
Keep your mind occupied.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It's enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest. I knew nothing about leather until Kevin. When we first started talking, he's got a whole bag of these like Italian wallets.
Mm-hmm.
And all kinds. I'll let him talk about it. The shit that Kevin knows about leather is unbelievable.
I just did a lot of, to be honest with you, I wanted to order a really nice wallet, and I didn't order it right from. I ordered one straight from Italy, but there's a lot of good wallets you can get right here in the States, and I use a couple of them. One's called one is down in where the heck is that one? It's in where Illinois. Trying to think of the name. I'm sorry, guys. I have it right over here. Well, you have Saddleback Leather.
In Chicago.
You have Saddleback Leather, which is in Texas.
I've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah. You get Saddleback Leather, which is in Texas. I know they chrome tan their leather, and then you have another one. It's in Chicago, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, but they do great work. And I got a few from them. Ashland Leather. That's the name. Ashland Leather.
Yeah, I think I've seen them on Instagram.
Oh man, they're incredible. They use Horween leather, the Horween factory.
Yeah.
So they tan it with it's all a lot of it's vegetable tanned. They do a lot of shell Cordovan. But it's just a great company. I would highly recommend looking into Ashland Leather in Chicago. But then I kind of reached out a little bit, and I was talking to somebody on Etsy. And he was, a guy in Italy, and I was looking at his stuff, and it was amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. So I went and I ordered something from him, and it's amazing. The whole box that it came in a big box with the whole story behind it, how it's tanned, this and that. But I just basically got into leather by I like it, and I started researching it. The different ways to tan it, and the process and things like that, and just kept researching, and you gain a little bit of knowledge as you go.
There's so many kinds too. I go to tanned and I'm like, man, like this is vegetable tanned. Vegetable tanned, you can dye it and it stamps good. This is Catalina brown, and they call it brown, but people they look at it and think it's black, but it looks black. But if you look at a big piece of it, and I sell a lot of stuff with this Catalina brown. But if you look at the big piece and you look at it, it's got like red splotches. And when I saw it the first time, I'm like, man, that stuff is beautiful. So they had it marked down. I could get a whole half of a side or whole side of it for $99. So I'm like, man, I'm getting a piece of that. So
that's good.
I like vegetable tan the best, but I buy some different kind like this that you don't have to dye. And but some of it you got to be careful because it don't stamp good. So I've learned about that, and so I went to the ink stamping, and I got one in here that's ink stamped. In the ink stamping, people, what you got to realize is people say, "Well, that'll rub off." I said, "No, it won't, because you stamp it first, like this is vegetable tan." Like the vegetable tan, then I dye over it, and that seals it in. But this is permanent ink. You can stamp it on any kind of light colored leather, and it's not coming off. So it's permanent. It's a permanent ink, and it's not coming off because I did me one and messed with it and carried it for a while. So like this one Randy made, he could do the ink stamping on it and let it dry. It ain't gonna come off. So that's just another way to kind of, do something. If you got some leather that's not stamping, and see, Tandy, they won't tell you, oh, if you buy that, it don't stamp. You have to ask them.
Right.
Well, I don't know. It might. Yeah. So, but vegetable tan will stamp with whatever, 4 ounce, 6 ounce, whatever it. It stamps. So as long as you.
I like vegetable tan leather. I just feel.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. I feel though it's just it feels nicer in the hand, and it also Yeah, and it takes on a nicer patina too.
It does. It's nice. Yeah, it really.
There you go.
Is that one of those wallets?
I get my son, my youngest boy. Well, I don't want to make it say he's 20, but it's Lone Deer Leather Company out of Texas. He got it for me for Christmas a couple of years ago. He likes to find stuff from like people like yourself. Yeah. And it's before I was even on YouTube. So now if he wants to buy me something like that, hey, you gotta see Georgia Adventure, you gotta see J.O.Ventures,
Don't tell nobody. I don't carry a leather wallet.
Well,
I carry a Chums.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you talk about that quite a bit.
Yeah. I found them things at Academy Sports, and I bought one that was a camo. It was like a real tree camo, and I bought it, and I wore it till the zipper messed up. Then I bought me a flag one. I saw the flag one. I wore it for a long time. I've been carrying them for probably 10 years, and it wore out. And then I got me one that's fairly new. So it's usually the zippers that or the little clear thing where your driver's license will mess up. So, but yeah, I don't carry a leather one. I mean, I have, but I don't carry a big fat one anymore,
I think we asked you this before in the last one, but how long have you, how long you been working with leather for?
Probably, what would you say? 10 years?
11.
Yeah. Maybe 10 years, maybe 8 years. When I first did it, what got me into it was I wanted a notebook. It worked because I'm always get this stuff thrown at me, and then I'm like, so I'm afraid I'm gonna forget something, so I'm writing stuff down, or I go out on the job and I'm writing stuff down. So I saw these Midori traveler notebooks. It's got the elastic and all, and I was looking at them on Amazon, and I thought, man, I think I could make one of them. So I went to one of the craft places and bought a piece of leather, 8 by whatever, 6 piece of leather, or 10 by 6 or whatever. And I bought a piece of leather and just vegetable tan, 4 ounce, and I bought some dye. And I got on a YouTube video and watched. So I made me a notebook. Matter of fact, I got it in my bag in my vehicle, and it's a Midori style. And I thought, man, I can do that. So then I got thinking, that turned out pretty good. So I set up an Etsy shop, and I made a couple and gave them away. And then but I didn't hardly sell anything to start with because I didn't know how to advertise. So any of you leather guys, I don't like TikTok, but it's good to sell your leather. Just get on there and put your leather, and if somebody's got a question, answer it. Don't look at all that other nonsense. So the first day on there, I sold seven of these. Wow. 7 to one guy.
First day.
Then he bought probably 4 or 5 more. I mean, I was making these things, and he wanted every one of them initialed. What he did, he'd keep his knives, and he just grabbed that and put it on his side. And so I was getting orders. Then I got on Facebook, and I'm not crazy about it. I do like Instagram a lot, so I started advertising, but this knife community, and I said that the last time I was on here, that's what's really, really, really helped. And probably YouTube and Instagram is really, and there's some word of mouth stuff.
Right.
Right. I was actually going to do the Blade Show this past year, but
because that's in Georgia, right? That is.
Yeah. That's I wish I could get all of y'all together down there, because if you don't never go to any other knife show, that's the one you want to go to.
Yeah.
It is absolutely great. And I missed it. What did we miss it? We were moving. Yeah. So I hated to miss it, but the table's $650 for one table. And I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of leather. But I may do it, but just like a guy I know that he makes knives, he said, but it's the exposure. It's the exposure. So I may do it.
Right.
And it's 3 days, and it's a good time. It's enjoyable. You made a lot of different knife people there.
Have you been down? Obviously you've been to Blade Show before.
I've been to a bunch of them. I had missed it too, and one of them was during COVID when I didn't have it. So then this year, because I was moving. So
I'd love to check that out at some point.
Yeah, it's seriously, man. It's a good time. It really is. So
Yeah.
I don't know how far y'all are from Georgia. I'm sure you got a 10-hour drive probably.
Probably about a 10-hour drive, but yeah, I do it.
Yeah, but even if you stayed in a hotel, even if you stayed in a hotel like 20 miles from there, 30 miles from there, and drive, it'd be worth it. I'm telling you, it's really and I'm not getting paid to say nothing, but it's just a great, it's just a great show, and it's really a fun day. It's 3 days of it.
In 3 days, right.
3 days. You got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'm telling you, it's everything knife, and they have some outdoor stuff. They got some bushcraft people, and like Dave Canterbury's there, and Essie's there, and all of them. So it's just a great time.
Do they have a lot of? Because I like leather, as you know, I like leather. Do they have a lot of leather tables too? I mean, I know they have a lot of knives.
They have leather tables. Yeah, they have. They don't have that. They don't have a lot of people selling leather stuff, and they got some.
Yeah,
they don't have a lot. I tell you, the best thing about it is they've added another room to it, and that's where they put all the new guys. But these are the guys that are making knives, like TKL. I work with a guy, Redbeard Blades. He's like an ex-sniper in the military. Redbeard Blades. I work with him. He's a crew leader, and he's went 2 years in a row. And I videoed, and I was going to video this year, but I didn't get to. So next year I did a couple. And those what's that other knife place? What's the guys from Delaware? Oh God. They've really stepped up their knife making. I'll think about it in a minute. The two young guys, Shed Knives. Yeah, Shed Knives. Check them out, and they're like killing it, man. And if you like
a
good
separate room for these for new people coming
for the newer guys, but and then they'll like TKL got moved to the big room, but and little room is my favorite because you really get in there with the meat and potatoes of the guys that make homemade sheath knives. There was even a guy in there making homemade slip joints. So Flytanium was in there. It's just a great show.
Flytanium,
in the bedroom. Yeah,
that's big now, right?
You should really, if you just come one time, make it a point to try to come to one, whether this year or next year, because it's just a good show, man. It really is. They got food there, and it's right off the interstate, right off 285. Like you said,
it'd be nice to get a bunch of people in the community.
I would love that. That's what I told my wife. I'd love to get a bunch of the knife guys and all of us meet there, and that would be just, to me, be great.
It'd be great.
It seems like we have our own little group, and like you were saying about Instagram, like I created a knife Instagram only, and it's I only see honestly people that are kind of in this community, and it's kind of great not to see the other nonsense that
it is
on like a regular Instagram channel.
Yeah, and I don't follow a lot of. I've kind of, when I first had my first Facebook page, I just followed a bunch of people, and I had a bunch of people, and you get a bunch of weird people wanting to follow you. So I'm real picky. Like, I don't need a girl doing this going, follow me. I'm like, no, you're not interested in the knife, So I delete them and block them, and so I'm real picky.
And you'll get the messages, like message request. I don't even open. I just delete them.
Me too. Or you get the ones go, hey, and I'm like, no, hey.
Or you'll get a lot of Pakistan people wanting to sell you knives that just look like complete garbage, and and I mess with them. I'm like, I'm eating canned dog food. Can you buy something for me first?
And so I see them, and I'm like,
I love the knife stuff. And who got me into that was Doom Crew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I created one, and then he started talking to me, and I kind of learned like how to tag people, and then like put their stuff on your story to kind of advertise them. I never knew anything how to do any of that stuff, and I just started kind of playing with it.
Well, Doom Crew was Doom Crew, and American Knife,
Oh yeah, that American Knife guy.
Oh gosh, and who else was it? Doom Crew, American Knife. I think maybe Richter.
Yeah,
They were the first knife guys that I actually started corresponding with, and then J.O. and then all y'all came along, and I'm thinking, man, this is cool. But J.O.'s on Instagram now.
Yes, I seen something today from him,
yep.
and I actually put his he made that sheath for that marbles, and I made a video on it and kind of put some pictures of it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I see Boston's got the leather bag out that he sent me that picture of a long time ago, man. And he was like, "This is this and this is that."
What I was going to show is, we're talking about leather. We got Georgia here, leather guy. So
yeah,
I was going to show you guys some wallets, something that you guys can expect to get from some of these companies. So I was talking about Saddleback Leather, and I'm not sure how good this is going to come in, but they have a bunch of different wallets. But this is chrome tanned. So chrome tanned is different from vegetable tanned.
Yeah.
Georgia knows all about that. But I'm going to block my initials out of this one. But here's my initials are where my finger is. They'll put your initials in there. But, they'll make wallets just like this here.
Yeah.
You can see Saddleback Leather,
Yeah.
And these are made really, really well. We look on the back of it here. This is chrome tan. So you can kind of see the difference when I show you the vegetable tan. And then you look inside. And this is one of their slim wallets. Yeah. So you have, space on each side here for your cards, and then you have your, for your bills and all that. Yeah. But that's a chrome tan wallet right there. Now, if
when you said cards, my wife was smiling. She loves to hear you talk. She does. You made her day.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. This is another one from Saddleback Leather. You can see Saddleback down the bottom. Now this is also chrome tan, but you see the difference. This has been used.
Yep.
So you can see how it
got some of that. Yeah.
Yep. So you see how it starts, and then you see what it starts turning into.
And I bet you they're not stamping that with a hammer they probably got a machine that's.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's harder to stamp than vegetable tanned.
And you can see.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, yeah. But it's pretty leather though. It's pretty.
Oh
leather.
yeah. And then you start. What I wanted to do was I wanted to support someone on Etsy. Now here's a wallet that I got on Etsy. Right now, this obviously it's not going to be your top of the, but it's someone that was just starting out. And I just wanted to support him.
Yeah.
But this is vegetable tanned.
Yeah.
But I was just trying to support this guy. And real quick, I'm not going to be long, but here's one here that I got out of Italy. This is the one Big J was talking about, and I got a block. But you see that leather?
Oh man,
yeah, that's rich. Those guys got some thinner on it.
Oh yeah, so that's a, and you got the inside there. He made it look like this. Obviously, he made it look teened up.
Yeah,
but that's a nice one there. You can see up close.
Yeah,
in the back. I've obviously used this, but just some nice stuff. But it just shows you a little bit of the difference between. That's all I was trying to say. Chrome tan is like this here, and then you have your vegetable tan over here.
And there's a lot of people. I had a guy message me. It's been a couple of years ago, and he said, "That's leather thing you sent me. Well, I forgot what it was. It's scratched up, or it's got all this." So I messaged him back, and I said, "Here's what you got to realize: when a cow walks by a barbed wire fence, he scratches himself. It leaves a scar. So when they tan it, that scar's there. Or bugs bite them. Plus mosquito. And when they ship the leather, just the handle of the leather is going to put little divots and scratches on it. There's nothing you can do. But to me, I mean, you look at this thing.
I like it.
It's better. The longer I carry this thing bends in my pocket.
Yep.
It's better. I mean, it just gets that character about it. And each item is different. Each item's different. So the longer
that's what I say too.
It's better. It's better.
Yep.
Yeah,
you get, well, like you said, Georgia, you get the character, and that character is what I look for as well.
Yeah. It is. And it's just why cowboys and the old guys, I mean, it's durable. My son-in-law, he has, I don't know how many cows he got, but you can see him down there scratching on the barbed wire, but I like that about leather. It's not plastic or, so it's just a great thing to work with. And everything is different.
Yeah,
each piece gets different. It's got its own character.
My buddy, real quick, he worked at a farm where these where they would obviously get rid of the animal and get the hide and everything like that. And I don't want to say the word kill, but anyways, he worked at the farm.
Might get banned.
Right,
dispatched.
exactly.
They were dispatched.
But
yeah,
but the Italians would come. My buddy John and the Italians would come over there, and they would be so picky about the leather. They wanted the hide to be completely smooth, no mosquito bites, no barbed wire marks, and it's almost impossible to find a hide with. I mean, you can do it. I guess if they raise them that way, they're out. But it's those little imperfections. But they'll pay top dollar to not have those imperfections. I know there's different grades of leather as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just I like the character.
I like the character of it myself. I've had people can you take your burnishing tool and get it out? Why? Right. It just leaves another slick spot. I mean, it makes it pretty, And another thing people don't realize is I could have 2 pieces of vegetable tan. I could have, say, a 6 ounce and this 4 ounce. And I could take a saddle tan dye, and I could cut one of these out, out of the 4 ounce and one out of the 6 ounce, and lay them down, and use that same dye, and it's going to look different. It's going to take the dye different. I've had people complain about that. Well, that dye it's just
nothing you can do.
The dye. And once you tell them that, though, they understand. It's just the way the leather is, and each piece of leather is different.
Right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it comes with its own. It's like it tells you a lot at the bottom of leather. Each leather piece is going to be different. It's going to have its own, Yeah.
And when I, even this screwed up piece I screwed up on, I mean, I could have probably put that on Etsy and sold it, but I'm not going to do it because the stamp didn't come out good. So I'm not going to do that, because I've managed to have all positive, but one guy on my Etsy shop. But one guy.
That's excellent.
Knife Time Story?
Sir?
Was it Knife Time Story?
No, he didn't leave a comment on my Etsy. He left me.
It don't fit. It didn't fit, right?
He said, I told my wife, I said, it was made, this exact sheath right here. The same, except for he had a Nazula too, but the handle was just longer.
Yeah.
So I made it a little bit longer and it fit perfect. But I told her, I said, I have made a mistake because I guarantee you he's going to complain. Because I quit watching his videos because every knife he gets is come on, dude.
And then he's got to modify it. He's got to modify it. Even the Randall. Even the Randall knife.
Like, come on, dude. There's no such thing as a perfect. We're not even perfect. We're not perfect.
Far from it.
No, definitely not.
Actually, Jerry, I would love for you to show this one here, the difference between mine, which is new, and yours. Now this is the same sheath, guys, right? That Georgia made. This one here is brand new. All right, I have this is going to be used for my case knife. Believe me, it's going to be used, but his has been used a lot more. Now look at the difference. Look at the Tina on his, and you see how it takes on that shine on his. This is
a different dye.
Different dye. Different dye. But what I mean is, you see how how it's shiny and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's from being used.
The belt loops now. I finally found a stamp for that size belt. Those are cut out by hand, and I hated trying to cut them out. So now I got a stamp, and it makes the belt loops perfect. All I got to do is burnish them.
A lot easier.
They're going to be even better now. And I got to make some of them. I got to make a lot of stuff. But
this I wear this like every day.
Yeah,
I mean it's every day.
Yep.
I've only waxed it once, and I used the stuff that Last Chance Knives made, and I just rubbed it in probably 3 coats maybe at the most. And of course, when you put that wax on there, it dulls it down. Mm-hmm. But then you wear this for a couple of days, and your shirts are rubbing on it, and you're rubbing against stuff, and it goes right back to shining.
That's a great holster. That's a great holster for carrying.
It is.
It changed my life.
I'm gonna make me one of these days. I'll make one or two and I'll put them on Etsy. I got to make me one
Well, it absolutely changed my life because you go from having this in your pocket to on your side, and now your pocket's freed up, and you're not like, because when you got stuff in your pockets, you're always putting your hand across your pocket to make sure nothing's come out of your pocket.
And I don't want to carry one of these 75s in my pocket.
Yeah,
I carry my sod buster, so I like to carry 75 or a big trapper, in a sheath.
Well,
my son-in-law carries one. He's the one really started me noticing. Yeah.
There's a 75 with the carbon sticking up out of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
perfect. You can reach in there and grab it, and there you go.
This knife has been to Teenertown and back.
I love those things, man.
Man.
I got one. I hadn't carried it. I got one just like that.
Yeah, the Smoky Valley, it's something different, ain't it, man?
It's nice, man.
And you got the Sod Buster?
Yeah. Well, I don't have it. It's upstairs, but yeah, I got the Sod Buster, and it's nice, man. It's the handle on it. It's up there. It's up there in that EDC box. My wife's gonna see.
Okay, it's a little thicker, right? It's a little bit thicker.
It's a little thick. It's about the same thickness as a like a Delrin.
Yeah,
but it fits in your hand so good. Like you can see, I mean, this was my holy grail, believe it or not. A chestnut bone.
I want to see it here. So
I'm gonna blow you up. I finally found one, and I don't know what it is about chestnut bone. It's just one of probably my top 3.
It's beautiful. I like the mahogany. That's kind of similar to mahogany.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, man. It's just something about it. It's just my holy grail was one of these and a big trapper in it. And I found this on eBay, and I thought, man, I'm getting that thing. So I put it on my watch list, and I'm like, I know good and well that thing's gonna go for more than that. So I jumped on it, and so yeah, I got it. It's pretty, man. It's just a gorgeous knife.
I love that color too. The mahogany and also that one you were showing.
Yeah, and your chestnut looks like it's rode in the pocket a lot, Randy. Because that one side
is pocket worn. It looks like it's pocket worn.
And that one side is real smooth. I like that about it.
Oh, the chestnut, the side. Yeah. It was actually a used one.
Here, I'm gonna blow you up here real quick.
It was actually a used one. Yeah, it was used, but it was in good shape. It was, so I said, I'm gonna get it because they're hard to find.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they are.
But I noticed that on the video. Oh, watch this thing.
It's hard to find them, but here's
that. You have it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, there it is. She brought the whole box down.
Well, yeah. Might as well.
Yeah. But yeah, that's I love this thing. This is I got 4 Saudis that I carry.
I love the support. I love the support. She brought down the whole EDC box for you. That's awesome.
That girl,
she's awesome
she was out there helping me paint the side of the house today. I'm like, good gracious.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good support system.
So this is one of the prettiest colors they've came out with in a long time. Of course, I'm kind of partial to orange. If y'all watch my channels and all, you kind of know that. But I the Saudi in chestnut, man, I had to have it.
It's a great looking knife.
And I've got a smooth chestnut trapper, but I don't know, it's just something about the jig bone chestnut. It's just pretty, man.
I'm really gonna blow it up here real quick for you.
It's just a nice. I think Richter's got the chestnut case like this, the trapper. But it's a pretty bone, man. So
Big J, he found this down at Lee's for me. This is one of my favorites, the Saudi Junior right here.
Is that a chestnut?
No, this is just in the
amber.
Oh, the amber. Well, that's I got an amber, and that's in one of the 4 I rotate with. I love that amber bone.
Oh man, the amber is just absolutely beautiful. I love it.
It is.
Show the teeners.
I like the teener. Yeah.
Really, really nice. But that amber bone is just great. A lot of them.
Don't you have a 75 Boston in that amber bone?
Yes, I do.
Too. I hadn't carried it yet, but it's
right here. I carry it in your sheet.
Oh, you got it in that? Yeah.
This is the sheet that I carry it in, and
that's a jersey. That's a jersey sheath.
This one here, it's a jersey sheet. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Yep. You know, it's got some Tina on the main blade there.
I can see it
a little bit.
You know, that's just a great. You know, that's just a great carry knife. You know,
this is
it's a rancher's knife or farm knife.
Yes, this is a special one. My mother got this for me, so this is a special one. This is going to end up. This knife here is going to end up in this sheath here that you made.
Oh yeah.
Goes perfect together.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yep, it's beautiful, man. I tell you, Case, you know, they have some issues here and there, but they're bone.
You know, they got beautiful bone.
I can make one belt loose, but you know, you know, but they make what 600 knives a day or 6,000. I don't remember what the, you know,
they have their issues, like you said, but they do beautiful knives though.
They do, and I don't worry about a blade being off a little bit or a little bit of a gap. Now, I've sent 2 back, you know, and they deserve to be sent back. And, you know, one of them I sent back to the dealer, but their customer service to me was great. They sent me the envelope, a pre-filled out envelope, and I just put it in that envelope, sealed it up, mailed it. And then they called me and said it's coming back, and it was fixed. And it's at Mid-Folding Hunter. And that thing fell out of my pocket the other day. I was cutting grass out here. And I'm like, where is that thing at? So I walk out there yesterday, and there it is laying in the grass.
You got it.
Like, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And we'd had some rain, but it was good. It wasn't rusty or nothing. It hadn't been laying out there that long. But yeah, that's a pretty nice blade to carry too.
Oh,
it depends on how bad. It depends how bad it's off too. I mean, if it's just got a little tiny gap in there, I'm not going to worry about that. You know, if the blade's touching the, you know, the bone or something, I'm not going to. But if it's a little bit off, it doesn't bother me too much.
You know,
hey, Jersey just reminded me of something. Can I show this? J.O.'s on here, so I don't know if anyone's seen. I don't think everyone's seen the video I did on this, but I want to show the marble sheath real quick that J.O. did. And guys, me and J.O. live fairly close to one another, but guys, this is the sheath he made for my marbles expert. And I did a video on this. I think it came out yesterday. Put a welt in that sucker, a copper collared brass snap here. I took us out to show Lee today, and he was just amazed at the knife and the sheath. And I asked him, I was like, so if you had a setup like this with this knife, what would you ask for it? And he got his books out, and he said $275. And I said, well, I paid $5 for the knife, and I paid $30 for the sheath.
You paid $5 for that knife.
Yeah, and I paid $30 for the sheath. So I got $35 in this marbles expert, pre-World War II expert. Crazy. You know, it didn't look like this when I got it, but I mean,
that's a nice knife.
I think the very first video I put on YouTube was me kind of working on this knife and getting it back into action. So
that sheath right there that J.O. made, that thing looks real good. And see, those are the hardest kind to make because you got to put that welt in it, and then you got to, you know, you can try to stamp the holes in it, but you got to drill holes with a little bitty drill bit on a drill press, and you got to be real careful. And I make sheath knives, and I hadn't made any in a while, but you know, I was selling them like hotcakes. So I've got to get busy making, because I got the patterns and all, so I got to make some. But yeah, that's a good looking sheath. He done a great job on that.
Yeah, he did. And with him being part of the community, he took me along through the process, and he done it so fast. I'm talking 4 or 5 days. It was done, and it was in the mail back to me.
Yeah.
And I got it, and I'm like blown away. And I'm blown away with all this stuff you guys are doing. I mean, I just don't believe. I was never into leather. I never knew much about it. You know, I'm a pocket knife guy.
Yeah.
And you sent me something, and I'm like, holy smokes. And then J.O. sent me something, and then Richter sent me something. I'm like, it just opened. Yeah. And then, of course, Kevin's got all them wallets, and he's telling me about VegTan versus Chrome.
Yeah.
The stuff that starts with an H, and I'm like, this is a whole nother. I mean, it's like it's like a sub collection of your main collection.
Yeah.
To help you carry and protect the stuff that you really think is valuable. Yeah. So
when I go in Tandy, man, my head just spinning around like all the. I mean, it's about what 50 miles from here.
J.O. sent me some scrap.
Oh yeah,
and I made those dang strops, and I got a envelope to Boston. I'm sending some scrap to Boston so he can make. These are the strops I made.
Yeah,
I may do a video on these actually. But they hang up right here. They're right here at my station. I can pull them down real quick, and they're perfect for pocket knives. You know,
that's a perfect size, man.
Yeah, a lot of strops are so big that you're like, you know, you just got a little pocket knife, and you're like, I don't need this big strop.
Have y'all ever been to an old-fashioned barber where they get that
shake? That's how
people don't realize how much enjoyable that is to go to a barber.
Oh, and it feels so good.
They're actually bringing that back. They're bringing that back now. When you go to the barber shop now, they're actually bringing back the razor. Yeah,
I got the barber I go to, and he puts out hot towels like.
Yep.
But this is a. You can see the welt on this one, how hard it would be, how it is. But this one's even harder because, and this thing's beat up, but I made this one, but it's actually one of the first ones I made. But you can see the welt right here, and then you throw these two things on here, and it's thick, and it's tough to make. So you have to sell it for more what you got your time in. Right. So that's the thing. You got more time in, and you got a thicker leather. You know, this is 8 ounce.
Harder to work with, right?
It's harder to work with, but you know, this thing's gonna last forever.
Right.
You know, so and you got to wet form it, you know, but you can make a sheath for like a certain sheath knife. It'll fit a bunch of different ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you just make it, if you don't wet form it where it just drops down in it, you know.
And they sell a lot of those on like the Knife Connection and places like that. Like you can buy them, and they'll advertise it. Fits a 4 to 5 inch knife.
Yeah. I usually put the measurements of the sheath on there. That way, if a guy's got
they're just similar to something like this, right?
Something like that.
You just shove it down in there, and
I made
show a slip that J.O. because I know J.O.'s in the comments. I wanted to show a slip that he made. So he made this one for me and one for Big J.
Yeah.
And this sheath, slip. This fits this copper lock perfect. He actually made this for a Sodbuster Jr. You know, and I can show you if I have one here. I just had one. Here it is.
So much stuff we can't keep up with.
I can't, but it fits the Sodbuster Jr. perfect.
It does, yeah.
Really
J.O.'s got it going on, man, with his leather.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Both of you guys.
Doing a good job. He's got that talent.
You can't go wrong with any of you guys on here.
Yeah,
you guys make great stuff.
I've got one of his and one of Richter's, and I carry them. I mean, I'm not carrying somebody's sheath. That's not mine. I carry it. and I'll show people.
Yeah.
And they all have makers. Yeah, they all have their own designs and characters. I think you know they're different, but man, they're so perfect.
Yeah, you got to support them.
Yeah,
you got to support them. I mean, why not?
Yeah, and you guys get along great. Like you and J.O. and Richter.
They're good guys, man. They're good guys.
I know you and Richter are swapping. You and Doom Crew swapping stuff, and you and Richter swapping stuff.
Here's Richter right here.
Yeah. Yep. Oh,
GEC.
See, he reached out to me and asked me if I had one, and I'm like, I do, but I paid way too much money for it. It's the only GEC I overpaid for. And I'm like, there's no way I would feel comfortable selling it to you for that price. And
it's a beautiful knife, man.
Yeah, and mine's
which one is that?
It's at 71. Man, I'm telling you, it's nice.
It's a sod buster.
Yeah, it's GEC sod buster.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You can see, comparing it to the case, the size. It's a little bit
Is that
bigger.
a half stop on that?
Oh yeah, it's got a hat and it's got a strong spring. You got to be careful.
Yeah, that's nice.
I wish Case would come out with a Micarta Soddy with a tube like that.
Yeah.
Because they put the tubes in, because I've got a back pocket, a couple of them with the tubes in them. I would, and I wish they would come out with one, just a Sodbuster Junior, and do a couple different Micartas and have a tube. I'm telling you that, I think they'd sell them things. You couldn't keep them on the shelves. I'd get one for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because I like Micarta. I ever since I bought my first Essie knife, I'm like, I love this stuff.
It's great for an EDC option because you don't have to worry too much about dropping it and it hitting the concrete or a bone chipping. Oh, that's our favorite right there.
It's nice right there. Yeah,
that's our favorite.
So we show that all the time. I love the Micarta.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to tell you, Randy. That one that Richter was thinking about, mine's the double. Mine has the top lifter and the blade.
Mm-hmm.
And he was looking for just a regular one, and I was like, I paid way too much for it. I don't have a problem selling it to you for what I paid for it, but I mean, it's just too much money.
But I got this one. This was from Erica.
Let's see it. What do we got here?
It's a sandbar
stag.
Yeah, it's at I can't hardly see it. Northfield. It's a Northfield.
Oh, it's a top line. Yeah, top of the line one.
And this thing right here is amazing what it goes for on eBay. I'm like, good gracious, no.
That's my car.
No, this is stag, sandbar stag.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Yes,
okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Now I see it. Yep.
And it goes for some bucks on eBay. And
oh yeah.
Look, stag. I love these GECs, but gosh, man. But I was told eBay's not the place to buy.
No.
GEC.
eBay prices are insane. They're insane. Yeah. Like I would like to get a GEC, right? But you got to get them on the drop, because if you don't get them on the drop, you're gonna pay way, way too much money.
Yeah. What is that right there? That's pretty.
This is okay. I got to tell a story here. I wanted a Cody Scout, but I wanted a Micarta one. Well, I reached out to this guy, and he's like, I got one, but I don't feel comfortable selling it because it has a little bit of blade rock, like Jersey was talking about in his video. And he goes, he said, I have OCD really bad. I just don't think you'll like it and it'll bother you. And I don't, and I'm like, hey, that's great, man. But he said, I do have one in Rosewood. This is the Che Chin Rosewood. And he said, I'll send it to you. And if you like it, just give me the money for it. And he sent it to me. And about 15 minutes of me handling this knife, I said, your check will be in the mail tomorrow.
Yeah.
Can you pull that up, Jerry?
Yeah, I'll blow it up.
That's a great carry knife right there.
Yeah, man. It's a Northfield, but I won't carry it because I'm still on the lookout for a Micarta one.
Yeah.
But I can't pay $250 for something that come out it cost $105, I think, or $110.
Well, it's like these 71s. Nice. I mean, they're like $70.
Yeah.
On Smoky Mountain, but they don't have any.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what I paid for my 71. I paid $210 for it, Randy.
Gosh.
And that's the last one I got. That's the only one I've ever overpaid on. Yeah. This one here, the guy was very nice and sold it to me for cost, and I couldn't believe it. And I'm forever in debt to him, and I appreciate it very much because I was really looking for one. It's the first GEC I'd bought in a long time because I got so irritated with the drops and the eBay games.
Yeah.
But
what does that 71 go for on the drop?
$100.
Yeah, I think they had it at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It was $70,
probably
or something. Because before I got this from Richter, I put, they'll have a thing where you can be emailed when they're available, which I ain't got an email. And there was 2 or 3 of the GECs that were, way below $100. I'm like, well, dang, man.
Tyler said now they're going for 145.
Yeah. Well, this, how much this thing right here's?
Oh yeah,
in excess of $300. Of course, it's stag, but I've put this in my pocket and carried it to work. I love the blade shape.
So Tyler said this one here is 145, and this is the Sudbuster with the 2 blades. Well, it's not even blades; it's a top lifter and a blade.
Yeah.
This is some of the nicest. We're talking about micarta, right? And this is some of the nicest micarta that I've ever seen on here. This is the Buck Compadre.
Mm-hmm. Is that a fixed blade?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice. I've been looking at bucks, in case I don't go back with the bench made.
I highly recommend this one here. This is made out of the 5160 steel. It has the micarta here, but this micarta on there is, take a look at that. Just absolutely, nice. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. It really is. It's beautiful.
How long is that blade? About 3 inches.
No. This is more. This is about I would say 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I'd say 6 inches on it. I could be a little bit off, but about 6. But the fit and finish, and I know the Jersey Knife Guy has one of these, and he did a video on it. I did a video on it, but the finish on these blades here and the handle is just, it's really, really good. Really good.
It's pretty nice. I remember growing up, all the buck knives that all the old timers carried deer hunting had the black handles with the, I don't know, I guess aluminum or whatever that was made out of.
Yep. Yeah.
These things were beat up. They would get them things out and gut those deer and skin them out. Yeah. I guess I can say that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was probably the number one carried knife as far as a fixed blade knife back in them days.
Yeah. You're talking about the old bucks with the black handle.
Yeah. I got one actually out there in the,
you're talking about this.
Yes. That knife there. And there's another one. There's another one that's got kind of I don't know what they call the blade on it, but it's shorter. And it's got more of a belly in it.
A belly?
Taping.
Yeah. And they
had
a
117 or 113 or something. I don't know.
They had that back then. And some of the guys, we had this guy, man, he when the deer club I was in, he was in Vietnam. He was a sniper, and his name was Dennis, and he had a 300 Magnum rifle, and he'd go out and he'd make all these long shots on the power line, and so everybody was kind of afraid. He's a nice guy, man,
Yeah.
He would, he'd talk to you about that, but he had one of those, that caping knife. Yeah. He had this look on his face like he was going in there for combat, to shoot a deer or something. But he was good. He could shoot though.
Oh, the 103. The 103. Yeah. So that was I believe that was
it?
That's a skinning knife.
Yeah,
the 103 skinner.
Probably about the size of maybe an SE3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like this size here.
Yeah, about the size of that. And it had that blade. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe give or take. It may
give or take, yeah.
Yeah, give or take.
I found Boston a nice little sheath.
Yeah. But it had a sheath. The sheath had the flap on it, if I remember right, and a snap. And you unsnapped it and pulled it out. It didn't have the little band around it with a snap.
It had the fold.
It had to fold over. If I remember right, it had
like this.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
This is a 105, an older one.
That one was popular.
72 through 86.
That was a popular one. Yeah. But all them guys carried them buck knives. That was the main thing they carried, really. And I don't, charade and the old timer sharp finger.
The old timer.
The sharp fingers. Everybody.
Yeah. Doom Crew had one of those.
Yeah, I got one. My daddy bought me. I've had it for years. Yeah.
Look at that thing.
That's nice. That's nice.
That would make a real good skin and blade the way it's shaped.
Yeah.
I actually have to thank, I don't know if he's in here right now, but Jerry's friend sent me a buck. It was a $110, but I just got it. I have to thank him. A $110. What's that? Jesse. I don't know if he's in here or not, but
he is. Yeah.
Jesse, thank you very much. This is a 1990 model. I can't thank you enough. 1990 with the X. I love the X on there. You know, only that 1990 year has that X. But, you know, you can see that this has been used. And I love knives that have been used. You can see a lot of patina on there. But it still has plenty of meat all over the blade. You know, the blade is fine. No problems with it at all. And thank you very much, Jesse. I know that you said you liked K-Bar. I want to send this your way. You probably already have one, but you know now you'll have 2 or 3 or however many you have. But this is the Barlow from K-Bar. This is a USA.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice knife. This is a I'm trying to find the model number here. Give me 1 second. 1013 USA. It's a nice knife, so I'm going to be sending this your way, Jesse, and I appreciate that, Buck. Thank you very much for that. That's right here in the collection.
Yeah, I appreciate that 110 y'all sent me too, man. That brings back a lot of memories because there was a lot of guys that hunted and cleaned their deer with those, you know.
Oh yeah.
And wore, you know, a lot of them had them on. Believe it or not, you tell people this, but they had them in high school. They'd wear them. Y'all got carry knives in school? I said, yeah, because we acted right. They didn't care.
Well, this was my deer knife for a long time. This old timer, Golden Bear 60T, and it's very similar to a 110. And I've cleaned a lot of deer with that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it does a job. And Randy, I'll tell you what, man, we haven't shown many knives. And before we even started this live, you were talking about orange and how orange is your favorite color. And I think I bought something that's orange this week that matches something you got there that's orange. And I know it's one of your favorite blades. Is that Copper Lock?
Yep.
You got that sucker there? Now, is that the Harvest Bone? The Harvest Pocket?
That's the Harvest Bone. And I saw it and I'm like, I cannot believe that that's on there for that price. So I put it on the watch list.
That's beautiful.
And I just sit on it and I'm thinking, man, something's wrong with this picture. And it's stainless steel, but I've started carrying these Worn Cliffs because I'm ashamed to say I carry 3 knives every day. I got my Saudi, my Benchmade, then I got one, I got one in the sheath, but I carry a Worn Cliff just about every day or close to it. But
I love the Worn Cliff. It's nice to cut with.
Yeah, and this knife, man, it's a beautiful knife. Is that the same color?
It's the orange Harvest Bone Pocket Worn.
Yeah.
I bought it yesterday.
You can't even find that one anymore.
I bought it yesterday, and I didn't. Mine was a lot more than 62. Just put it that way.
Yeah. Well, you lose some, you win some.
Well, I talked him down, and I had all but $6.
Oh yeah.
And he went ahead and gave it to me, and I ran back out there this morning with his $6. I didn't want him sending the goons after me to bust my kneecap. So
yeah, that was worth it. Those are getting so hard to find.
Yeah.
There's another one of my. This is the persimmon bone. That is my favorite shield. Of course, most people know that.
That's beautiful.
That's a back pocket. That's a big old. I thought about carrying this one, but that's a pretty good size knife. Now that would be a good skinning knife.
It's a pretty knife.
It is.
That thing right there.
I think I've got 6 of this color with the shotgun shield. But yeah, it's a cool knife, man.
I was looking at a shotgun shield sod buster, and you know what they wanted for that thing?
$120.
Yeah, you've seen it, didn't you?
You've seen it on. Then I saw one for 140 something. I got one, and I paid under. Matter of fact, when I saw it on there, buy it now, it was like it was under 100. I said, "Crap, I'm getting this thing." Boom, I hit it. Boom.
$120.
I didn't even ask permission from a sweetie pea over there.
Well, I paid $110 for this thing. It's got the matching box, but I had to get it.
The Copper Lock.
I
love these knives, man. I never paid any attention much to these until Doom Crew did a video, and I'm like, man, I love them things.
Yeah, and you guys even swapped a copper lock, didn't you?
We did. I got that. It's kind of a. I don't even can't remember the name. It was a little yellowish or dull yellow.
Yeah.
He called it. What was that bone? A snake? A gator?
Lizard or snake skin or something
like that. Yeah. And so, hey, I'm fine with it. You
just mailed it to him. You was like, hey, what's your address? And you just mailed it to him.
Yeah. We went back and forth for a long time, and I said, no, I don't want no money.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send it to you. And he kept on. Well, I said, okay. So he sent me an orange one.
Yeah.
And I got it on display in there in my little office. I started doing my thing in there, but
that's who got me in the case. Actually, Jerry got me. He's the first one that got me in the case knives.
Yeah.
Once I started looking at them, I haven't turned back. Then I started watching Doom Crew, and Doom Crew, he has an unbelievable collection. So between Jerry and Doom Crew, man, I'm on SMKW looking for case knives.
And he's got the patience of I don't know what Doom Crew does. He'll be so patient, and he'll wait 3 months to pull a trigger on one because he's got to get. He's never paid more than $90 for. He said this in a video. I'm not saying nothing that he hasn't put out there, but he's never paid more than $90 for a knife.
Yeah,
and he's got great deals. Great deals.
It's rare that I pay. It's rare that I think I paid. I bought the harvest bone or the persimmon bone, golly, not a sway back, but gosh, I can just skip my mind. What's the full size, not a 75, but it's got the sow belly. Golly. The sow belly. They're bringing those back, but it's basically close to the same size as 75, but I found one and I saw it and I'm like, I'm getting that. I didn't even have to think about it, and it was about $110 and I bought it and, I got it put up in my safe, but, I'm curious to see what kind of sow bellies they come up with.
Yeah, me too.
Case.
Yeah.
So
they'll fly.
Oh, they'll be gone. And that and the, what's the other pattern coming out with? I think 3 patterns. I don't remember what they were, but I know the sow belly was one of them. I just looked the other day. I can't even remember what they are, but I know when they said the sow belly, the rest of them went out of my brain. So
yeah, I can't wait. I'll grab one if I can. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, we're at an hour and 7 minutes, and we usually start our giveaway about this time. So again, we are doing the month-long raffle tickets for the Kaiser Roach. So be sure you put Kaiser in the comments on the live chat and you'll get a raffle ticket every episode. And we're going to draw for this the first weekend in October. Then we're going to go to our pink breast cancer awareness raffle for the month of October. We've already compiled 2 pink knives for that one.
Yeah.
So be sure you type in the word Kaiser if you haven't done so. But our first, let's just start this wrap. Randy, do you got a pen and paper there? I'm sure you do.
I do.
So the first raffle, we'll do a North Star knife review. Donated these ferro rods that he made. Jersey Knife Guy donated this nice knife so you can scrape the ferro rod with the knife. And then we have a North Star decal. Then Jesse McJames, this Victorinox hat pin, and these 2 decals. And the Kaiser Roach, also that come from Jesse McJames, donated that to HHLC as well. So we always got to plug who's donated this stuff. So we'll start with that package there, and then we'll do a whole second package. So Randy, do you got your number between 1 and 100? Oh, don't say it.
Yeah,
Pick another one.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, so you're going to see the word start in the comments, and we'll go slower looking at these comments, and we'll make sure we get the right person. So when you see the word start, be sure you pick a number between 1 and 100. And we'll let this run here for, I don't know, a minute or 2, but I want to talk about Woobin flashlights. So guys, Woobin has been sending me these flashlights. these little EDC lights, and I actually have a bigger one. But if you go on now and go to Woobin and use the promo code AFF20, you'll get 20% off. If you use Big J, you get 10% off. So be sure you use A as an apple,
AFF20
for 20% off of Woobin EDC flashlights. Again, all steel and glass construction.
How many looms are those?
This one only goes to, I can tell you real quick because it actually tells you on the light. It's got red and it's got regular light. So let's see. 700. This one goes to 700.
Oh, gosh. This ain't but 100. And I use it.
And it also has red option.
Ooh, nice.
That goes to 80.
That's a nice one for that size just to carry in your pocket. Yeah.
And it has the magnet charging. So it has a base, and you just put this down into the base and it magnet charges.
That's one I'm interested in, actually, that one there.
And it has like your battery and what it's on and everything on your display. But hey, watch this. You're going to flip your socks, boys. You can rotate the head, and it'll be like a stand-up point at your light.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good to have.
It's got the rotating head, boys.
Yep.
That's nice,
That's
man.
good to have.
I put a lot of thought in that one.
So I'm still carrying it and kind of I want to carry it for a couple of weeks before I do a video on it. That way I can tell you, hey, while you're carrying it, it does this. You don't want to touch it this way, because those buttons can be a little finicky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so guys, be sure a number between 1 and 100. We'll let this go for about another 12 seconds. Dwayne Letterman's in here. He just put a number up. I see him all the time. Cheeto Bandito gets every GEC that's dropped. I like watching his videos. He's a mechanic of some sort. He's all the time doing shorts around his toolboxes and stuff. So I like seeing that. I like seeing a working man around his tools.
What's it called? Cheeto Bandito?
Yeah, Cheeto Bandito.
Let's subscribe to him.
Sharp Guy ATX. He's donated to HHLC before. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to give it another 6 seconds, and you'll see the word stop come in there. So anything after the word stop, we won't consider. All right, Randy, what did you pick? What's the number?
60. Can you see it? There we go.
Yeah, 60.
60?
Yep.
We got Watch City Knives with 69.
We got Mike Curtis. Radio Geek at 59.
So Grunt at 57. Okay.
Okay, so we got Radio Geek at 59, Addicted to Blades at 61.
59 is closest.
That looks like a runoff to me.
Yeah, 59 and 61.
Hey, if TK is in the comments, TK, can you concur with that?
It's true. It's right.
Yeah.
59 and 61?
My wife's looking at it, said it's right.
Yeah,
that's what I see too.
Okay, so Addicted to Blades, and who else was it?
Radio Geek.
So, Randy, can you pick a number between 1 and 10?
Yep.
So what we'll do here is Addicted to Blades 2 and Radio Geek need to put a number in the comments between 1 and 10. Randy, you've already got the number, right?
I got it.
All right, so Addicted to Blades 2, we need a knife fight. I need a number from you and Radio Geek.
We got a knife off.
We do. We do. And Addicted to Blades 2, I tell you, man, the stuff he does, Radio Geek hit 3. Addicted to Blades, we need you, man.
You get Addicted, got 4.
What was it, Randy?
2.
So it looks like Radio Geek won.
Yep.
And I can't remember if I have his address or not. So Radio Geek, please go into my bio, get my Gmail address out of my bio, and just shoot me an email with your address, and I'll get that right out to you probably tomorrow or Tuesday, honestly. So
congratulations, Radio Geek.
Yeah, Radio Geek. I think he's won before. I'm not sure. But just to play it safe, go ahead and shoot me your address. And like I said, all you got to do is go to my bio, and it'll be in there. All right.
That's a nice. That's for that Kaiser.
No, the Kaiser's a long-term one.
Okay, that's for the other.
Radio Geek one, the knife, the ferro rod.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that Kaiser knife's nice, man. That's a nice made knife.
Well, my buddy Jesse McJames, we swap axe heads, and we're all the time out the flea market raising hell.
Yeah.
He's at the post office raising hell, and he donated this to the channel because he didn't like the way it felt in his hand. And I'm like, we'll give it away.
That thing. That's a nice blade shape.
And I just didn't want to do like a one run contest. I wanted it to last. So that's kind of why we're doing a month-long thing. And then when October hits, we're going to do the breast cancer awareness for the pink knives and some other items.
And I think that's a great idea. I love that idea. I'm highly supportive of that.
Yeah, because my wife's mother, that's what that's kind of what took her. And I put a picture of her father's barn on my community page. Everyone wanted to see that. So, it hits really close to my wife and my family.
We're going to see if we can find some material, make a hank. We're going to make some anyway. We've gotten behind, so me and her's going to sit down here the next couple of weeks and make some. We're going to send y'all some. Y'all
okay, well, hey, whatever. Yeah, we'll do it for giveaways, man. I tell you, you guys supporting this channel. Me and Boston never
patriotic.
Like if we'd have thought we'd have been doing this when we first started this, you couldn't have,
never.
Yeah, never. People mailing us stuff to be giving it away.
That's what I told my wife. We got that knife from you, and I got this from Sodbuster 50. Got this too.
Oh yeah.
And this one, I've had this knife, and I was on the Carter K River in a raft, and this is a great Victorinox, man, the farmer. So I had a pair of them little flimsy shorts on, and it was in my pocket, and I flipped over backwards head first, and the knife was gone, and my wedding ring was gone. So Sodbuster 50 sent me that, and he sent me this big trapper right here.
Yeah, I seen that
beautiful bone, man. Golly. So it's weird people. I tell you, it's weird people sending you stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys are deserving. You guys give
great.
Yeah, you guys give a lot. People don't realize how much you guys give. I kind of know how much you give.
Right.
So, for me, and I was talking to Doomcrew. I'm like, I can't find anything he doesn't have. And then I knew what I was going to do. I was like, by gosh, Linda's only got that pink mini trapper, so I'm going to send her a full size to go with it. Mike Curtis again. Thank you so much, Mike Curtis.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
We're going to get together some stuff, even if it's not these right now. We got to sit down and make these, so it takes a whole day. So I've already got some stuff set aside. I'm going to send you another package here in a week or so, probably a week.
Yeah, I think Jersey just mailed me out a package, and I still have stuff that I've picked up over here and stuff that North Star and some other people have sent. So no hurry at all. We'll go into number 2 to give away number 2 now.
Mike, thank you again.
I bragged about this. I bragged about this dang blue Walmart knife because it's a slick operating machine.
Yeah, man.
The winner 2 is going to get one of these. They're going to get a J.O. slip with some decals, and then our favorite man, Georgia Adventure decal. So guys, this one right here, this is a good little. These are good giveaways. I don't know any other lives that are doing this. Because we can do this because of people like Randy, Jersey, North Star, Jesse McJames, all these guys who are donating this stuff. Yourself, J.O.Ventures, they make it possible for us to get these items to people out there. So, with that being said, do you got a number between 1 and 100, Randy?
I do.
Okay, so you'll see the word "start" in the comments. So when you see the word "start," just put a number down between 1 and 100. And of course, we'll about to run here for another probably minute and a half.
I just want to say again to Watch City Knives and Sean, welcome back, brother. We really, we missed you, man, and great seeing you here, and I hope all is well. But yes, it's great to see you back in the chat. Great to see you back. And Mike Curtis, thank you very much. That helps with shipping.
Yep.
It supports it. We appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Oh yeah, because I'll tell you, them women see me coming at the post office, and they're here he is again. Every week on Monday or Tuesday they see me, but they're really nice. But man, me and Jesse and my buddy Bill were at this other one here in my hometown the other day, and man, we were raising some cane in that joint. And she goes, "Do you think we're just going to take your package and dunk it in water?" And I'm like, "Hey, man, in our business, shipping, taking care of shipping, getting payment to people, that is number one. You don't want to be known as a guy who, he sent me stuff and it got wet, or I put the money order in a Ziploc bag." And then I bought a sealed envelope from them, and I had the money order in another envelope inside of that sealed envelope. So,
well, you remember what happened to us, Jerry? Remember what happened?
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
I've had to ship.
You ended up getting it, but it was all over the world.
Yeah,
that's
it was on a broken down truck.
They've lost a couple of items I've shipped, and I'll just end up. We have insurance, but I'll just ship them another one. Yeah, I'll say, well, I'm gonna ship you another. You gonna ship? Yeah, I'm gonna ship another one too.
Yeah, Boston mailed a knife back to me, and it must have been on a broke down truck or something, but it finally made it to me. It was only a week late.
I sent him the tracking number. We were both tracking it, and it was just paused. Where was it?
Somewhere in your state, somewhere in Massachusetts, or not where you're in your state, but it was in Massachusetts.
It was in Massachusetts. Yeah.
I keep forgetting you don't even live in Massachusetts.
No,
so I'm like,
no.
I said that. Yeah, it's but I got it, and it was my most expensive knife that I own. So I'm like, oh man, I don't want to lose that one. But if it happens, what do you do? I'm blessed, you pay $5 for a knife, and it's worth as much money as this one. Like you said, you win some and you lose some. I think I've won more than I've lost by far.
You get some great deals, I'll say that.
Yeah, I try. I picked up a cool little gasoline piece. Randy, have you ever seen anything like this? This is a little Quaker State piece, and I'm going to blow this up. My guy at the flea market, it says greetings. It says greetings from, but when you open the blade, watch. It says Quaker State.
Wow.
It's got a little blade with a top lifter. So the thing moves back and forth with your blade.
You find that at an antique place, flea market or something?
A flea market. When the flea market's out here where I'm at, I live there all weekend. I go out there and just pull a chair up and sit with my buddy who sells knives, and we just sit there and shoot the bull. And
I used to buy Parker Frost knives at this flea market years ago when I was younger. I guess I was in my 20s, and I still got those things. We'd go out there, and this one guy always had the Parker Frost knives. So I'd save me up some money and get me one. So we're going to stop the numbers. So I'll put the word stop in here real quick. So Randy, what was the second number? 75.
For the case 75. Someone probably guessed that number.
Jesse McJames has 77.
Tyler Gibson guessed.
Radio Geek has 77.
Tyler Gibson picked 75.
Yeah. Boom, right on it.
Oh.
That first number I picked, and then I had to, because I almost said it was my grandson's football number.
Yeah. It looks like Tyler Gibson won.
Yeah, he got it. Unless somebody else got 75 too.
I don't think anyone else got 75. You guys can let us know if you think someone else got 75, but I don't think anybody else did. And I know I've got Tyler's address. And Radio Geek, if you can just confirm by sending me your address to my email that's in my bio. If you go to my information on my YouTube page, just shoot me an email just to make sure I've got it. But I've got Tyler's stuff because I mailed him stuff quite a bit.
Doozle. He says, my whole world is a lie because I'm not in Boston. I was in Boston forever. I just moved a few years back. That's where I was brought up.
Yeah, and once you got a YouTube name, to change it, it's hard to, especially established as you are known as the Buck Guy.
Yeah, I like my name. I'm not changing it.
Yeah. So I think Tyler. So Tyler won the second set, and Radio Geek won the first set.
Yeah,
and guys, be sure you type in the word Kaiser in the thing in the live chat to be able to get a raffle ticket I've already got all the raffle tickets for the first episode. What I do is I go back through and I'll watch and follow the comments. Anyone that types the word Kaiser, I put their name on a Word document, and then I just print them out. We'll cut them, and we'll have Sarah draw. Sarah or my son will come in and draw out of a bucket on that first weekend in October. Then we'll start our breast cancer awareness raffle. And there's going to be some cool items with that one. Randy, me and Boston were talking. I was like, it'd be cool to have a pink Buck Bantam because we know they make them. Well, Sarah goes, I got one in my truck.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So my wife just had this in her truck, and Jesse McJames, I actually traded him an axe head for this here. It's a Schrade. We got a Schrade and a Buck already for breast cancer awareness month.
Cool.
Yeah.
That stuff touches everybody, man.
It
does.
Cancer touches everybody.
Yeah, it does.
My ex-wife had it, and
yeah,
my daughters, they were just like, it affected them like I never seen before. She's fine, but it really sucked the life out of them.
Yeah, my wife has two sisters, so those three girls, when my mother-in-law went on hospice, those three girls sat with their mother for 10 days. They didn't leave her side. I would go get food. I would go get medicine. I'd drop it off because her dad and those girls kind of wanted it to be private, which I understand that. So, and my mom only lives 5 minutes away. So I'd go get them food, take it to them, make runs for them, whatever they needed. But here's a picture of that barn. This is my father-in-law's barn.
Nice.
So this organization paid to have that barn kind of painted and redone and whatnot. So let me there's another angle. I don't know how well you can see it.
I saw it on your was it Instagram or?
And then there's a picture of my mother-in-law with my wife. So Sarah, when we were talking about that last episode, Sarah was texting those pictures to me as we were talking, and I just don't look at my phone that much. But yeah, so we're going to do that. It's going to be a good October raffle. So we're going
to try to find some fabric and make some and send them to y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate it because I'm telling you, man, the support like you and these other guys, J.O. Jersey, Jesse McJames, North Star, it's just crazy the amount of support.
It just touches a lot of people, man.
It touches everyone. Touches everyone.
My mother passed away with bone cancer, and it just we watched her take her last breath. It's hard.
Yeah, that's how my mother-in-law was. They sat there with her until
we sat there. And it's horrible to watch your parent die.
Oh yeah,
it is.
But
I was actually glad, to be honest with you. And I know people say, you was glad? I said, I was glad because she was suffering. We were giving her fentanyl, morphine. I would put morphine on her tongue. We'd give her fentanyl. When that stuff ain't working, I mean, and we were ready for her to go because she was suffering so bad. So
well, they sat there for 10 days. I couldn't believe it was 10 days. Because the doctor was like, "Hey, it probably won't be that long," because she wanted to pass at home, and so they brought a bed in and set it up and everything. And
my mother, it's tough. When my mother went into hospice, my daddy was wearing himself out, so me and my brother would take turns. So I'd drive over there after work and stay on Wednesday nights, and you're not sleeping because you'd constantly get up, and I had to go to work. I had to drive a company truck to work. So I'd get in that truck and I'm about dead. And then I'd go Friday nights. Me and my brother and my daddy would take turns. Then we had a hospice lady there during the day, but the main thing was during the night. So it was rough, man. And my mother would say stuff, and it was hard. It's hard.
Yeah. It's not easy.
It's tough. No.
Well, Randy, is there anything else you want to plug? I mean, we got your EDC Leatherworks up here. We're about at 90 minutes.
I got a couple cool little unique knives, and I've had this thing. This is a queen. It's a real queen, a bird trout knife. I mean, I've had this, and I bought it at a gun show probably back in the 80s. I would say. And I've had this thing forever. It's never been used. Um, um, it's never been sharpened or anything. And so I'm gonna send it so we can have a raffle. Y'all can raffle it off.
Oh wow.
Keith, yeah. I don't know what it's worth. I'm not gonna look, but I'm gonna send it.
I got one too. I got a Queen Bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been rehandled with whitetail stag, but
I don't. This looks like chestnut bone.
Yeah, yours is probably they use that winter bottom bone, but there's so many variations of it.
It's one of the prettiest little trout knives I've ever seen, and it's got the little thing, and it's been in my gun safe, and it comes in a box. Got this nice box with it.
Let me see that sheath.
That's got
yeah.
So it'd make a good one to to hand off to somebody.
Yeah, we'll run a raffle for it. I mean, if we got to do a long-term one, yeah,
I'll send it y'all's way. But and then I got this one not too long ago. This is that mahogany.
Oh yeah,
and this thing has got the prettiest mahogany. It's a mini. I like the minis myself. I like the large size, but I like the mini ones too.
Yeah,
that's a good carry knife, and it. But that's some of the prettiest bone cases come up with. It's almost like a chestnut, So, and I got another one here. I don't know if y'all have ever seen one of these. This is a charade, and I've got two of these. And I've had these for years. I bought it at a flea market. I had a green one, and my stepson's got it somewhere. But they came with this shield right here. My finger went the wrong way. And it's just a trapper, man, and it's a USA charade.
Yep. Oh, it's a nice one.
It is. That's a nice one, man. So that's the ones that that's hard to find.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a nice one. But
yeah, Tyler said he just ordered the mahogany bone sawbuster. I ordered mine Thursday. It was supposed to be here yesterday, and it didn't arrive, so I guess it'll be here tomorrow.
I got on the mailing list with the Knife Center, and I'm thinking, what the heck? Are we ever gonna get that thing? And then people like Richter got his, and then Erica got his, and other people were getting them. And I'm thinking, well, do I need to call? I said, nah, I ain't gonna call them. It'll come. And then it came. It was in the mail.
Sarah bought this little peanut Friday night. And she liked it because it was so pretty. So she got this little case peanut, and I forget the bone.
That's because I got my wife bought me the 75. What a crimson bone.
I believe it's crimson.
That's beautiful, man. That 75 is pretty in that thing. Yeah.
So I figured I'd show it because she put a comment about it. So, and then Kevin actually sent Sarah a knife because Sarah got him a knife.
Yeah.
And it's the Spyderco right here. So she wants to show that as well. So she thanked him very much for this. She was very appreciative of it because she has to have a knife for her work. So
I love a Spyderco. I gave it to my buddy.
And then I'm still waiting. I got to do a review on this knife. Jesse McJames sent me the ZT 357. So I'll probably have this review coming out next weekend, probably sometime. I just it's been a busy weekend with the flea market. Once that flea market hits, my mind's all flea market. So
yeah, we want to start doing some flea market when we get done with this house, but we gotta. Yeah, we like to do. My wife loves to go piddle around with stuff like I do too.
Oh yeah, I just got there and looked. And James Stork's in the comments right now. He was out there today, and me and him were out there him hauling around, and he sent me a picture after I left. He goes, "Hey, I found this Queen electrician's knife on some random stand for $15." I was like, God dang it, man. I'm all sucked in the Lee stand, and he's looking other places and found a dang gemstone. So yeah. But Randy, hey, it was great having you on, man. If you guys are not subscribed to Georgia Adventure on YouTube, you're missing out. The stuff that he talks about, the knives that he shows, but it's more about kind of the life lessons that you'll kind of learn just by listening. Just sit there and listen to what he's saying. And you're going to learn something, okay, guys? So be sure you subscribe to his channel, and kind of just you're not going to miss out. I just put it that way. It's worth the sub for sure. Kevin, you got anything to send us off on?
Absolutely. I just want to second that what you just said about Rand, about Georgia Adventurer. There's a few videos that he has, many videos, I should say. I'm sorry. Many videos that he has that if you really pay attention to them, you can learn a lot. And like I said, I don't always comment in this, but I do watch. And there was a video that he put out. It was about, we talked about it earlier. It was about basically when you're teaching somebody else, you're being their mentor. And that video there, that was a great video. If you guys go back and you watch that video about, what was the title of it, Randy?
Oh gosh,
mentoring and maybe mentoring.
Yeah, mentoring or something.
Yeah,
I've got one. I've got one I put on there yesterday, and it's still loading. I don't understand that. It may be loaded now, but it's like sometimes.
Me too.
It takes forever.
Yeah.
But the one I do tomorrow, it's gonna be a unique thing, and it's gonna. Y'all will get it. But it starts off with wild turkeys. But it go into something else, kind of something. But I'm on. Like I said, stuff just pops in my head, and
You have great videos, and if you guys aren't subscribed, like Jerry said, go over and subscribe to Georgia Adventurer. Great content. Also, thank you very much, Randy, for coming on tonight.
Yes, I enjoy it. Yep.
We love having you here. We really do. We love having you here. And also, Sean, welcome back, brother.
Oh yeah, glad to have him back.
Yeah, Mike Curtis says one more hour. I would, but I got to eat, brother.
I got to eat too. And Mike,
I tell you, I met Mike Curtis. He is a great guy.
Yeah,
he knows his case knives. I enjoyed meeting him. And Kent Smith. I don't ever see Kent Smith on here, but I encouraged him to get on. He lives near Mike and Doom Crew. And
he was in my hometown a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you know who he is. Nice guy, man.
Just like I seen that picture, I was like, "Are you in blah 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 Illinois?" And he goes, "Yeah, I've been here since Wednesday."
One with the big flag.
Yeah, that's a big farm show that's right here. It's like a mile from my house.
Yeah,
I'm an hour ahead of you, a lot of you guys. I'm already dark over here.
Yeah, you're dark,
you are, man.
All right, guys. So, guys, be sure you sub
out to you.
Okay, I appreciate it. We'll definitely have a good raffle for that.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, hey, be sure you sub to everybody in the comments. Be sure to sub to Georgia Adventure, myself, and Kevin, Boston Blade Reviews. So, guys, with that being said, you have a good rest of your weekend and have a great week next week, everybody.
Y'all be safe out there.
Thank you, guys.